right, before we get going, let's get it warm. So let's start it off with a little bit of joint mobility. Start with that neck roll and get it loose. Nice half rolls. Listen to that popcorn. One more. And let's go full rotation with those shoulders. So the theme of the day is challenge. So we're gonna have a challenge or two in this class. Yes, I know it's kickboxing, but we're still gonna bring it, elbows in.
Because you know how easy kickboxing is.
Block. Challenge a few things. Challenge your body, challenge your brain, challenge your lungs. Other direction. Mike is in like at the end of it. That's it.
Shavasana? Is it Shavasana?
No. Looking low.
I know birthday stuff.
No, and there's no birthday burpees either.
Oh, too bad.
That is too bad. I know. We only do that on the day of, so you folks are lucky now. Let's kick it up.
I'm sure it's someone's birthday somewhere.
That's true. We could have a bonus round.
I think that sounds good. I heard Fiona likes burpees.
Yeah. There's a few crazy people around here that like burpees. I don't know if Jennifer's in the house with us tonight. I know she's one of those people.
Mountain climbers today.
I don't know. Last one. Bring it in, let's rotate it around, that's fine. Nice big twist. If you were with us yesterday, you might be feeling those abs a little bit. Coming back, we're gonna reach over and push out.
So if you did abs yesterday, this movement's gonna feel really nice. Try to make sure you're almost looking up towards the ceiling a little bit. Try to open up that chest. Push that hip out to the side.
Last one. And coming up, nice high and wide knees. There's no abs to this one. Not at all.
You're so full of it.
That's it, reaching high and wide, all the way up and all the way around. Let's get those knees moving, folks.
Coming back, and we're gonna open up those hips. I like keeping my hands up, challenge my balance a little bit.
You can kind of do as Coach Kristen's doing, where she's rotating the leg as she's going through as well. Now we're going from outside to inside. This is going to be your practice for winter.
Come back to center. We're gonna reach up nice and tall. Come down, say hello to those glutes and hammies.
Practice for going to DC and scrambling up rocks and down.
Well, you know, summer solstice is almost here, which means days are going to get shorter and shorter already.
What? That's not true, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's how summer works.
God.
It just
Welcome to Canada. Yeah, welcome to Canada, I guess.
Welcome to Canada, eh?
Feels more like a B- sometimes.
And let's rotate those legs out, sumo squats. Coming down, say hello. Oh. Legs, glutes.
Seeing Florine? What's going on? Got the crazy mirrors and stuff going on?
And coming up, let's start off with a little bit of some light cardio. We're gonna start off with a little bit of fast beats some uppercuts. Then we're gonna go into some punch jacks. Then we're gonna do some squat jacks. And then we'll finish off with sprawls. All right, we got 30 seconds of each, starting with fast feet and uppercuts. 2, 1, let's go. Keep that heart rate up. Pulling from those abs. Get those arms going.
Maybe you can time your hands with your feet, or not. Maybe you can try and double time with the hands. If you try to keep those movements small and circular, you're going to get a little bit more out of it.
Let's go into a punch jack. So, punch, punch. 2 feet are jacking, upper body, let's punch.
A little bit of coordination right off the top.
Might as well get it going.
I'm starting to see some hands coming up. Looks like some habits are really hard to break.
And squat jacks. Right in, down. So, you're not much of a hopper. You can step off to the side. Just make sure you're coming down nice and deep. And come up.
Just trying to ever so lightly touch the tiny chair.
And going into sprawls right now.
As always, whenever we're going for these sprawls, I want to see your palms flat to the ground. Okay, I want to see everybody's thumbs well protected, so palms nice and flat. That's it, that's it. Oh, come on, I gotta see everybody spring up. You gotta fly. That's it, and if you're a little bit more advanced, you're gonna work on getting to the ground as fast as possible.
Time. Woo. Grab those gloves. Start with our warm-up round. And what we're doing is we're playing with one combination tonight. That'll be the main piece of this. Left foot stance. It's going to be a jab, jab, cross, duck under, lead uppercut. So every combination is going to start with that. So for the warm-up round, we're going to go jab, jab, cross, duck, lead uppercut, squat to the ground and touch. Switch your stance. Toss this side, jab, jab, cross, duck, uppercut, squat, switch your stance. This is our warm-up round. So if you haven't been with us before, I'll be in this lane here, going for form, helping you out if you've never done this before. Over here, Kristen's going psycho. Once you got it, try and keep up with her. Let's go 3, 2, let's go. Jab, jab, cross, duck under, come over that lead uppercut, drop straight down, have the hands touched, come up, switch your stance.
Now, especially when you're going for this duck under uppercut, you're going to be really, really strict with your movement. So notice how Mark doesn't move around when he's going for that duck under in this case. He's just letting the punch sail right past him. And he's coming right back up. He doesn't give up any ground. Okay, so we're going for that jab, jab, cross, duck under, and then it's going to be the lead uppercut. So you're going to hit him with a closer weapon. You're trying to sneak up right between their hands, right down the middle when you're throwing that uppercut. Nice switch ups, everybody. Love seeing that fast feet. Well, Tanya's got the heavy bag thing going on. Perfect. You can use your footwork to move around it. You're going to get a little bit of that duck unders a little bit. Keep using your breathing. feed your lungs the whole way through.
Should be warm. If you're not, have this burner, you definitely will be. It's a challenge. Number one, it's gonna be continuous hook punches. So if you're lucky enough to have a bag at home, all you're throwing, you can be in a neutral stance, you can be in a particular stance, doesn't matter. But it's hook, 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 hook. Notice the pivot on my lower body. It's not just this. I don't know what that is, but that's not what we're doing. So your hands are up, hook, and hook. All right, stay in control of your body, but get some speed. Let's go 3. I'm not telling you how long this is for. I just want you to go. 3, 2, let's go.
And if you want to really get the most out of your core and your explosiveness here, it's all about the footwork. So notice how they're always pivoting their toes, getting that heel twisting. So as the toes turn, it turns the hips, turns the shoulders, and your whole body rotates. And that hand's gonna stop right on that center line. Jamie, let's back up a tiny bit. And I want you to aim for the Y.
Can you go faster?
Jamie, aim for the face. There you go.
Time. Hello, abs. All right, we're coming in to round number 1. So remember, what's the core of this? Is left foot stance, jab, jab, cross, duck under, lead uppercut. That's the first part. Now, we're adding a cross. Coming back with a lead elbow, then we're driving with the rear knee. So again, jab, jab, cross, duck, lead uppercut, cross, elbow, knee. That's it. That's all. No big deal. Jab, jab, cross, duck, upper. We've already done that. Adding, cross, elbow, rear knee. All right, let's set this up. I'll be going slow in this lane here. And unicorn speed over here. Let's go 3, 2, so jab, jab, cross, duck under, lead uppercut, cross, lead elbow, come through, rear knee.
Now when you're moving in from that cross to that elbow to that knee, you're going from long range to short range, and then you're going to extend out, push those hips out, really drive those knees. And again, you're trying to knock them into next week. And what you're gonna try and feel or look for is really that fight feel. So from that left to right side, going from that elbow cross, or from that cross to the elbow into the knee. And as you put more and more reps into that first part of that combo for that jab, jab, cross, duck under, lead uppercut, I want to see you get a little bit faster. And the best part about combos is the more you practice them, the faster and easier they become. Sarah, let's just watch that jab, all right? You get a little bit more reach. You got him. All right, Karen, just got to watch those hands for that knee, all right?
Time, switch your stance. Let's deep breath, right foot forward. How's the lungs, everybody?
Burning.
Burning. Let's go right foot forward, same thing. 3, 2, jab, jab, cross, duck under, lead uppercut, cross, lead elbow. As you bring this back, bring those hands out, imagine that move tight clinch, drive that rear knee right through.
Now, whenever you're throwing any kind of punch, any kind of elbow, you should always be thinking about how can they be hitting me? So if you throw your jab as far out as it goes, Your shoulder naturally comes up to protect your chin. Same thing with that cross. If you have your elbow in the right spot when you're throwing that elbow, if you're aiming for their face, it'll protect your face. And of course, you're always gonna have your backup plan. So that means one hand up. Gotta make sure you always have something to protect your head. Nice movement there, Abby. Just try not to cross up or drop your hands, all right? Try to keep them up at all times. And if you need to take a knee for a moment, it's always okay to take a knee, recover for 5 seconds, and then get right back in there. Just don't want to be out for the whole 10 count.
Got to breathe out every strike. You can hear that with Coach Kristen every time she's striking. Time. All right.
Challenge time.
We're going to get a little traditional on you. You're going to think a little Gojaroo style. So we're going to get down here. Really nice, wide, horse-like stance, nice and deep. You can have your hands here, or you can have them up here. And all we're going to do is hang out for about 5 minutes.
No, that's not true.
All right, so I want you to get low. No chairs allowed. That would be cheating. All right, so get nice and wide and sink as low as you can get. Now, if your butt's touching the floor, you're showing off. You have to come up a little bit. Get around 90. All right, let's sit this in, get nice and wide. Sitting down, ease over those ankles, lock it in. Let's go 3, 2, and right now. Just hold it.
I'm not holding.
Karen, up a little bit.
Gotta get that chest up.
It's up.
Keep those gloves on. You took
Karen,
them
up
off.
about 2 inches. Right there. Andrea, chest up. And the more vertical you can keep your chest, the more glutes you're gonna feel. And if you want to feel the world's hardest version of this, do a pelvic tilt up.
I forgot to turn on the timer, I'm sorry.
You did not.
Oh, well, maybe not. Okay, we got 20 seconds.
Yay.
Keep going.
Try the pelvic tilt facing up thing. So same thing as you would do for a hollow body.
I hate it. I hate it.
Hold it there.
I don't want to.
Squeeze. Get it down.
20 times harder.
4, 3, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, she's a cheater. Come on. Good, right? All right, we're getting into round number 2. This is where we're going to bring those legs in. They might feel a little lead-like right now. So back to that left foot stance. So we got the jab cross, duck under, lead uppercut. Now we're bringing that rear knee, place. Now it's the back leg again, coming up, that rear roundhouse right at you. So again, jab cross, duck under, lead uppercut. Now it's the knee that comes in, place it down, back leg up and around for that rear roundhouse. All right, let's set this up. Left foot forward, crank it in 3, 2, let's go. Jab, cross, duck, lead uppercut, rear knee, place forward, big pivot, big rear round.
All right, so every time you get that rotation out there, you're gonna be using a lot of that core. So you got those obliques. And it's really important that you really reach with your leg. You wanna use the full extension so you don't have to get any closer to them than you absolutely have to. And the best part is, the more you rotate, the further out you can reach, the higher you can kick, and the more power it has. So it's really about turning that planted foot. It's almost like you're trying to turn 180 degrees. Got those spidey senses there. That's it, Florian. Just got to keep those hands nice and strict for that last roundhouse kick. So try to keep your right hand up. Perfect. Got him. Abby, try to kick through your target, all right? Just kick a little bit heavier. Boom, right there, perfect. Nice shuffle back, perfect.
Switching those feet around, right foot forward now. Deep breath goes along this, Coach Chris would say. Right foot forward, let's go 3, 2, yeah, cross, jump under, lead uppercut, rear knee coming up, and rear roundhouse.
So you're trying to bounce them off the ropes, and when they come back from the bounce, that's when they eat the roundhouse kick.
Okay.
So it's really important. You gotta drive those knees forward. You're gonna get the most out of your glutes and hips there. Almost up on your tippy toes when you're going for that knee to really push everything as far forward as you can.
Okay.
And you're gonna take that ground and keep walking through them.
Okay.
That's it, Lisa. Don't forget that uppercut when you're going for that duck under as well. There you go. Now, if you want the most power out of your kick, and this is for everybody who's got a bag at home, you're gonna breathe out right as the kick lands. So it's almost like you're deflating. So you go, ow! Right on impact, that's when you breathe out. If you do it properly, it should shake the bag, wobble it rather than send it flying. Nice and fast movements there, Jose. Perfect footwork. Oh, and even got the spinneroo from the kick. Oh, Lynn's going for the turnaround too. Nice.
Woo. All right. Time for a little bit of fun. So last time we were in that nice, really deep horse stance. We're halfway with that one. Halfway squat.
Shavasana.
No, halfway squat.
Ah.
So you're going to be about here.
Just to show me.
I was. So you're going to take that half squat, hands are up, and you're going to ground and pound as if you had somebody right there. So I want you to go super quick. Nice and quick. All right, you don't have to hit something. I know she wants to hit it, but
Press the timer. Let's go.
I tend to hit back. Let's go for it in 3. Get down nice and deep. Keep that core tight. Let's go.
Makes sense.
You guys are all going to channel your inner mochi makers. Got to get that speed going. Abby, a little lower. Kathy, keep your chest up a tiny bit more. Let's engage that upper back.
That hips, that chest up. Now she's working core too.
Gotta keep your back as flat as possible. Steve, chest up a bit.
Oh, I've lost my speed because you fixed my form. Oh.
And remember, keep that back nice and flat. Thor, chest up a little bit. Engage your hips and glutes. There you go. And remember, we want to get those whole arm moving, so don't just do little tiny punches.
Drink time yet? Sure it is.
Quick step.
Only if it's water. Doing all right. Hope everybody at home is surviving.
Anybody sweating yet?
I'm going to go with maybe a few. Florine is. She's got the hand fans going on.
So this one is going to be fairly super. So get a little bit of defense in this one. So we got that same beginning. The jab, jab, cross. So jab, jab, cross. Duck under, uppercut. Now here, Kristen's going to switch her stance and cover up with a slip. And she's not coming with a kick. She's coming back. Boom!
Super elbow.
Super flying elbow.
Yay.
All right, so no sweet chin music, sorry, Super Steve. But you got your flying elbow instead. So again, jab, jab, cross. duck under, lead uppercut. I'm gonna switch slip, take a half step, come up, leg and arm. Still covering up with the other hand, and I'm imagining making contact in this area of my elbow and forearm. All right, let's bring this on. Make sure you're not hitting a bag, you're not hitting something solid. So, all right, here we go. Left foot forward, 3, 2, let's go. Jab, jab, cross, duck under, lead uppercut, switch your stance, cover up, then come at him with that super elbow.
Everybody fucking bounce.
Same thing as we were doing before. When you're throwing that elbow, you still want it to hit that center line. So the cool thing about the super elbow is it doesn't really matter what you hit. It's gonna suck for them either way. So you gotta really make sure you get that air time. And the higher you fly, the more momentum you're gonna have when you're coming back down. If you're using a bag, be extra cautious. Try not to skin your elbow there. Always feels pretty rough. And one final detail is always keep those hands open when you're throwing that elbow. So you do not want to clench your hand. You want to keep that hand as open as you can. Starting to see people really speeding up for that jab, jab, cross. That's what I want to see. Try to get it to the point where you don't have to think about it anymore.
Hey, Kevin. This one's exhausting.
A little explosive.
I like it.
Right foot forward. Deep breath, deep breath. Try to breathe through your nose. All right, so that right foot forward. Same thing. Let's go 3, 2, hands up. Jab, jab, cross, duck under. Lead uppercut, switch your stance, cover up. Kind of like answering the phone. Then you're gonna load it and unload that super elbow.
So when we're going for that uppercut into that switch slip or defense, it's kind of like they're trying to throw a kick or a big hook to respond. You kind of want to catch it with the slip so that way you can throw right back at that elbow. Try to load it up. Try to get that timing. It's kind of like 1-2. As soon as you finish that slip, as soon as that foot makes it behind you, you're ready to load up and start flying. Nice footwork there, Rebecca. Nice moving forward for each jab. So whenever you move forward, you're putting a little bit more weight into that strike. So if you're moving forward on your jab, you're going to make them hit a little bit harder. Alita, left hand up.
Time.
Oh, saved by the bell.
Saved by the bell.
Saved by the bell.
Saved by the beep beep.
Keep those gloves on. It's time to get some cardio. Because you haven't got any cardio yet. That's part of the challenge here. Usually at this time we're going for abs. Challenge is lungs on fire. And it's just a press jack. That's it, that's all. Keep those gloves on. Again, if you're not a jumper, you can step this real quick, but I'd like you to go as quick as you can. Let's see what you got. In 3, 2, kick it up.
What I want to see the most is that full range of motion. So all the way up, all the way down.
If you have shoulder issues, you can always go this way. If that feels better for you. But either way, fire those lungs up.
And if you want to be super speed like Scott over here, you gotta pull those hands down. Don't just let gravity do the work for you. You gotta push up, pull down. You're gonna work for that air luggage. You gotta get to those overhead compartments. It's gonna help you build that shoulder strength. You're gonna let us back on planes eventually.
Woo! Woo. Oh, regretful dinner, regretful dinner.
Nice deep breaths. All right, we got final round coming up. So left foot forward. We got that jab, jab, cross. Duck under, lead uppercut. Now, rear push kick, place, rear roundhouse. So, again, jab, jab, cross. Duck under, lead uppercut, push kick, place it down, coming up and around for that rear roundhouse. Work on that pivot. After you place it down, coming up and around. Notice where my hands are. They're not down. One hand's up guarding, the other one's down guarding my side. All right, let's go for this. Left foot forward. In 3, 2, jab, jab, cross. Knock under. Lead uppercut, big rear push kick. Place it forward. Kick it up with that rear roundhouse.
Now, if you already know how to do this kick, if you know how to do the 2-touch, you can replace the last 2 kicks with the 2-touch kick. You got the control to do it, even without a bag. And you get a lot of air time, a lot of legs. Now, same feeling as before, but this time when you're going for that push kick, if you're trying to push them away, you're going to use the ball of your foot. If you're trying to just blast them, try to imagine kicking them with the heel. That's it, Lynn, kicking them right under the chin.
Yes.
That's it, you just hit them with that hollow thunk. As they're trying to catch the breath, the keel over, their head comes in perfect range. They hit them with that roundhouse.
And time, right foot stand. Now, you want to think about it, that big push kick, you're trying to push that door open. Maybe off its hinges, but you want to knock it down. And as Coach Chris said, the rear roundhouse then comes up and takes the head right off to finish. All right, never leave it up to the judges. Finish it yourself. Let's do it right here. Right foot forward in 3, 2, jab, jab, cross, duck under, big lead uppercut, big push kick, finish it with that rear round.
When you're throwing that roundhouse kick, gotta make sure you got one hand protecting your face at all times, because sometimes the counterattack is just a cross right down the tube. If you miss the roundhouse kick, sometimes you get a cross right to the dome, so make sure you have at least one hand up when you throw your roundhouse kick.
Okay.
Kenya, I want you to aim a little bit further or just a little bit past your bag when you're going for that roundhouse kick. You should have a nice solid thud to it. That's the one. You know it's right because the bag is wobbly instead of just swinging. That's the one. All right, even got the timing, catching it when it's swinging back. That's what I want to see. That's a good way to use the heavy bag.
Okay.
That's it, Tia. Nice speed. I want you to see a little bit faster, just a tiny bit. This is it, home stretch.
And time.
Okay.
Woo. Coming down to the final part
Okay.
of our challenge. Keep his gloves on. So we're going to invoke a little bit of Zen right now.
Hey, Shavasana.
No.
Oh.
So you're going to take, if you're on gloves, awesome. Stay on those fists. You don't have gloves, no worries. You can just go on fists too if you wanted to. We're just going to this nice plank. If you want to be on your knees, that's okay. But we're going to be here. Every once in a while, I'm going to say down. And a little 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 down. And maybe by the end of 3 minutes, we'll be down at the bottom.
I hope not.
Maybe. We'll see. So set it up. Here we go.
I'm just looking.
Somebody went to cheating. Cheating corn to the unicorn. All right, set this up. Do your best. Forget the rest. Get those hands underneath those shoulders. Spread those fingers. Get that plank. And just hang out. Engage those lats, those abs, those glutes. Okay, come down a little bit. We're only talking about, like a centimeter.
You know you did it properly if your triceps are starting to light up. So it's not the hips, it's not the shoulders, it's the triceps. Same thing with the lower. A little bit more.
A little bit.
Uh-oh.
Toasty.
Halfway.
I'm a little bit more than halfway.
A little bit more.
Tia, tight core, tight core.
Oh, we're in chaturanga.
I like chaturanga.
Chaturanga is only hands and toes.
Yes, well,
Everything else is not touching the floor. Come up a little.
I can't.
Come up a little.
Squeeze, it's all willpower.
It's
Come on.
awful.
This is the challenge. Up. Just a little. Down a little.
Oh my
We're
god.
saying chin up.
Down, keep going. Up a little. Down a little. Oh.
Flurry and
Chaturanga.
chin up. And make sure you're leaning forward, flurry and chin up.
Stay there. Oh. Time. Nice job, folks. Great work. Hands up.
Was that actually 2 minutes?
Multiple people wanted to do it, I guess.
Nice job, folks. Let's stretch it out. Get you ready for a little A-B coming up next. All right, shake those arms out. That is, if you can lift them a little bit. As Coach Chris said, those triceps feel like they're about the size of my quads right now. Reaching up, coming down. It's the simple ones that get you every time. Last one. Sink and stay. A little bit of wrist rotations. Give your wrist some love. And hands down, straighten those legs up, point your feet forward. Relax everything from the waist up. You're feeling dizzy. Place your hands in your quads, get your head above your waist. Right? Otherwise, just hang out. And bring your hands over to one side. Doesn't matter, leg, shin, foot, whatever you got.
I'm gonna try and guess your music right now, Coach Mark. It's gonna be I Am a Dragon by Apache.
You must be able to hear
You
it.
must be able to hear it tonight.
It's just timing.
Other
About
side.
that time.
That's hilarious. You are 100% right, my friend. Whew. Good tune. Even if it is
Long song.
Soundtrack. Coming back to center. Bring those legs shoulder width. You're going to come down. Move 1 foot back about 1.5 feet. Keep those legs nice and straight. Should feel this up the back of the front leg. Again, hands can be on the shin, foot, or whatever. Bend that front knee, switch legs. Check out those calf muscles. Pushing the glute back just a little bit. Feel this. Feet are nice and flat. Bend that front knee, bring those feet together, tuck in, push off the floor, slow roll coming up. Hands together, press them up, open up, bend those knees a little bit. Push those palms out, open the chest. And then drop those hands down, palms together. You're going to roll the shoulders back as you push those fingers down and begin to arch. And release that. Shake it out. Let's bow out before we say goodbye to KB class. So feet together, hands together one way or another, whichever you prefer. Count of 3, we'll all bow out. Coach Chris will let us know when everybody's there. 1, 2, 3, bow out.
Thank you, everybody.
Awesome work, everyone. Thank you for coming out and playing with us tonight. If you're not sticking around,